Hello dear learners, all of you are welcome to the one-way online English class of SHIMU-REZA College. This is Chandran Kumar Kundor, lecturer in English, once again standing for you today. Dear learners, today the topics we are going to discuss with you is Nelson Mandela from Apartheid to President. English, first paper, Unit 1, Lesson 1. Dear learners, this lesson is actually the highlights of political struggle of Nelson Mandela for the emancipation of the black people of South Africa from the apartheid. Dear learners, did this great man struggle throughout his life for establishing an ideal? The ideal was to establish a democratic and discrimination-free society. For this, he had to embrace imprisonment nearly 3 decades. He owned the support of the world people through his struggle and charisma. He was awarded, obviously, the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. The following years, he was selected South Africa's first black president. This great man is no more among us, but his outstanding contribution to humanity has made him an icon of peace and reconciliation for the peace-loving people all over the world. How dear learners, let's enjoy our textbook thoroughly from there where we stopped in the previous class. Let's enjoy. He is at the epicenter of our time. Ours in South Africa and yours. Dear learners, this is the fact. He is at the epicenter of our time. Ours in South Africa and yours, wherever you are. Nadine Gordimer, the South African writer and Nobel laureate for literature, once remarked on site. This quotation, he is the epicenter of our time. Okay, dear learners, in this very quotation, we find a very important word, epicenter. I'd like to show you epicenter. Epicentrum, epicenter. Yes, I'd like to show you the synonym of epicenter. E P S C E N T R E. Epicenter. Sorry, the word is T E R. The synonym epicenter is there also a noun form. The epicentrum, E P C T R U M, epicentrum, E P C N T E R, also R E, epicenter. Okay. Epicenter. Another important word we find in this center, laureate. Laureate, dear learners, he is at the epicenter of our time, ours in South Africa and yours, wherever you are. Nadine Gordimer, a famous writer or novelist, the South African writer and Nobel laureate. Here, important word, laureate, I mean winner, Nobel Prize winner, laureate. LAU L-A-U-R-E-A-T-E. Laureate, I mean winner. Y-N-N-E-R, winner. Laureate, also a noun from winner. Another important word, remark. Here, for literature, once remarked and said, marked, announced. Remark, R-E-M-A-R-M-A-R-K, remark. Verb, verb, said, mark, M-A-R-M-A-R, pronounced, etc. Okay, the learners. The next verb, the years Mandela spent behind bars made him the world's most celebrated political prisoner and a leader of mythic stature for millions of black South Africans and other oppressed people far beyond his country's borders. Learners, here we find a lot of important words that will be very much important for you for the examination paper, answering the question for the examination paper. And learners, here we find a celebrated, world's most celebrated. The years Mandela spent behind bars, he had to spend prison bars. Embraced imprisonment, bars made him the world's most celebrated political prisoner. Here, celebrated, the world's most celebrated. Here, celebrated, illustrious, renowned, and famous. Also, the synonym part of this word. Dear learners, celebrated, C-E-L-E-B-R-A-T-E-D, celebrated is an adjective, the adjective. So the synonym illustrious, I-L-L-E-S-T-R-I-O-U-S, illustrious, renowned, R-E-N-O-W-E-N, renowned, famous, renowned, famous, F-A-M-O-U-S, famous, etc. Celebrated, political means relating to the government or the public affairs of a country. Public affairs, government or public affairs of a country related to the public affairs is called political. Prisoner, convict, captive. Another important word, prisoner. P-R-I-S-O-N-E-R, prisoner, convict, C-O-N-V-I-C, he convicts, captive, C-A-P-T-I-V, captive, and prisoner is a noun also, but political, relating to the government or the public affairs of a country. Political prisoner and convict, captive, and a leader of mythological, mythic. mythic. M-Y-T-H-I-C. Mythic. Mythological. Mythic, mythological. Now also mythological. Mythological. Mythic. Mythological. Then structure means status, value. Structure, another important word. Structure. Mythic is an adjective, dear learners. Structure, S-T-A-T-U-R-E. S-T-A-T-U-R-E. Structure, I mean status. Status, value, V-A-L-U-E, value, etc. I mean mythic, mythological status. I mean stature. For millions of black South African and other oppressed people far beyond his country's borders. Here are the important words: oppressed. I mean subjugated, demoralized. The learners, I would like to show you. Subjugated or demoralized, oppressed. An important word. Okay, O-P-P-R-E-S-S-E-D. O-P-P-R-E-S-S-E-D. Oppressed and subjugated. 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 Another word, demoralized. D-E-M-O-R-A-L-I-Z-E-D. Demoralized. The most important word, oppressed. This word is adjective also. Subjugated and demoralized, oppressed. People far beyond his country's borders. Okay. Then the next paragraph. Charged with capital offense. Offense means crime, sin, guilt, fault, inequity, etc. Also, so capital offense, I mean capital punishment. Okay, charged with capital punishment, capital offense in the 1963 Rivonia trial. His statement from the dock was his political testimony. Dock was his political testimony. Okay, here we find also another important words: offense, statements, testimony. I would like to show you one word with a synonym. The learners, offense, O-F-F-E-N-C-E, O-F-F-E-N-C, offense. Offense is noun from here used as a noun. Crime, C-R-I-M-E, crime, sin, guilt, U-I-L-T, guilt, also may be used another fault, F-A-U-L-T, fault, iniquity, and iniquity, etc. Famous important synonym of offense. Another important word, the learners, statement. Repeat here his statement from the dock was his political testimony. Statement, I mean assertion, affirmation, narration. Okay, this statement is S-T-A-T-E-M-E-N-T. S-T-A-T-E, M-E-N-T. His statement, I mean his assertion, noun, as a statement is assertion is here. ASSERTI with assertion, affirmation, affirmation, with affirmation, narration, narration, etc. The very much important synonym of statement, assertion, affirmation, and narration. Okay, dear learners, another important word, testimony, indication, evidence. Now also the very much important synonym. Learners, statement, testimony. TSTIMO and what? TESTIMO testimony, MO and what? Testimony. TSTIMO testimony. The indication, indication, evidence, evidence, etc. Testimony. This word is a noun from the testimony. Learners, in the next paragraph, during my lifetime, I have dedicated myself. I have devoted, sacrificed myself to this struggle of the African people. During my lifetime, I have devoted, sacrificed, dedicated myself to this struggle. This fight, this battle, this war, this warfare of the African people. I have fought against white domination. White control, white rule. The opposition of white control, white rule. The white rulers. And I have fought against black domination. Okay, dear learners, here we find another very important words. I have dedicated, devote, sacrifice, dedicated. Very most important word. dedicated is a verb. Dedicate. Verb, dedicate. Okay? Past person from I have dedicated. So devote. D-E-V-O-T. Devote. Sacrifice, devote, sacrifice. This is a verb form. Okay. And dedicated myself to this struggle. Struggle. Yes, struggle. S-T-R-U-G-G-L-E. A struggle. Noun. Fight. F-I-G-H. Fight, war. Battle. B-A-T-T-L-E. Battle, warfare. W-A-R-F-A-R-E. Warfare, etc. These are the very most important synonym of struggle. Okay. Of the African people, I have fought against white domination. I have fought against white domination. Domination means control, rule. Learners, domination. Domination. White domination. Noun, control. control and rule are very much important synonym. Domination is a noun from. Dear learners, in the next paragraph, I have cherished, I have reached, bring up, rare the ideal, the norm, model, pattern, example of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony, in adjustment, in coordination, in peace, in amity, in calm, etc. And with equal opportunities, equal benefits, advantages, or companions, amenities also. He told the court, the learners, very much essential, very much important, very much heroic, or very much great also. We have find another important words in this line, cherished. I have cherished. I have used cherished. C-H-E-R-I-S-E-D. Cherished. Wish. N-O-U-R-I-S-H. Nourish. Bring up. B-R-I-N-G. Bring up. Rear. R-E-A-R. Rear. Etc. The learners, these are very much important. Nourish is a verb here also. Nourish, a cherish, first person from ed. Cherished, nourished, bring up, rare. The ideal, another important word, ideal, I-D-E-A-L, I-D-E-A-L, ideal, norm, N-O-R-M, norm, model, M-O-D-E-L, model, pattern, P-A-T-T-E-R-N, pattern, and example, E-X-A-M-P-L, example, etc. The ideal is a noun, also must be noun. Ideals of another important ideals of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony. Another important word, harmony. H-A-R-M-O-N-Y. H-A-R-M-O-N-Y. Harmony. Adjustment. A-D-J-U-S. Just. M-E-N-T. Adjustment. Coordination. Peace. P-E-S-C. Peace. Amity. A-M-I-T-Y. Amity, etc. These are the very much important synonym. Amity. You got opportunities. Another important word, opportunities. O-P-P-O-R-T-U-N-I. Yes, opportunities. Advantages or benefits. B-E-N-I, benefits. Right? T. Yes, benefits, advantages. Advantages, and companions. Companions, etc. The learners, these are very much important synonym of the word opportunities. The learners, the next, it is an ideal I hope to live for and to achieve Yeah, achieve, attain, and the important word. It is an ideal I hope to live for and to achieve. I mean to attain, to acquire, to gain, to get. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. I mean, I am ready. I am prepared to die. Dear learners, here we find another important two words in this sentence: achieved and prepared. Achieved. Achieved. Yes, C is I E D. Yes, C is I E D E. Achieve. I mean, attain. A T G A I N. Attain. Gain. G A I N. Gain. Get. And another important, acquire. S C Q U I R E. Acquire. Let me see. Are very much important in this perspective. But it needs to be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. I mean ready, forward, prepared. P R E P A R D. P R E P A R E D. Prepare. Yeah, prepare. Achieve. Achieve is a verb here also, and adjective. Adjective. And use as adjective. Ready. R-E-A-D-Y. Ready. Forward. F-O-R. Forward. W-R-D. Forward. Etc. Dear learners, in the final, at last, friends adore Mandela and fondly called him Matiba, the clan name by which he was known. People lauded his humanity, kindness, and dignity. Dear learners, what kind of person he was in this sentence narrate this. Friends adored, I mean, friend, worship, revere, serve Mandela, and I mean, love and respect deeply. Love and respect deeply. Friends love and respect deeply Mandela. Adore means love and respect deeply to someone. Okay. Here, adore is a very much important word. Adore, A-D-O-R-E. Adore, A-D-O-R-E. Adore is here a verb. Adore, I mean first person from love and respect. Love will be love and respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Respect someone deeply. D-E-E-P-L-Y. Deeply. I mean worship, the synonym worship, W-O-R-S-H-I-P, worship. Revere, revere, and serve, S-E-R-V-E, serve is also a very much important word at all. Okay. Friends adored Mandela and fondly called him Madiba, the clan name, I mean the tribe race name. Clan name by which he was known. Clan, another important word, tribe race, clan. Clan, C-L-A-N, clan. I mean, is a noun. Race, tribe. T-R-I-B, tribe, race, R-A-C-E, race. Also have the learners. The clan name by which he was well known and known. People lauded his humanity, lauded and praise, admire. Yeah, another important word, laud. L-A-U-D-D. That's the verb laud. Past from laud, praise, admire. P-R-A-I-S-E-D, praised. Past participle from past from load, present from load, loaded, past from praise, praised. Praise, here is praise, or admire, A-D-M-I-R-E-D, admire, also D, admire. So people praise or admire his humanity, kindness, and dignity. That's all this sentence declares his dignity, his kindness, and his deepness, his greatness. This sentence denotes his deepness, his greatness. Dear learners, no more today, more when see again in the next class. To enjoy our next class, visit our Facebook by name SHIMU-REZA LP College Facebook and subscribe our channel. Thank you everybody.